I'm going to give you a name to really remember and keep in mind, because this man will help you. It's Brother Owen Bryan. He has a desire and a passion that everybody be involved and take your place in the church and the work of God. And so if you don't, yes, that's, that's wonderful. So if there's something that you see and you know needs to be done and you don't quite know how to go about it, how to get it done, just see Brother Owen. That's a great start. And he will gladly point you in the direction you need to go. If you ask Brother John, he doesn't talk much. He just gets stuff done. So yeah, you can ask him too, but Brother Owen is the point man for this. But yeah, things like this really make the church go. I know on so many times I have come, whatever time it is, especially on the weekends, and I'll see Brother Owen, Brother Andrew, Sister Carol. I don't know if she's here tonight. But the various ones that are just here all the time. And I just ask the question, well, where is everybody else? Are we all so busy that we can't find a couple of hours every week or every couple of weeks to chat with Brother Owen and say, I'm coming. Here are two hands and the energy that I have, and put me to work. I really appreciate those who see that, who take that responsibility and get things done. I don't know how long ago it has been. Verona might be able to remind me, but there's a gentleman next door. I'm sure you've all seen him, Hugo. And that man just took it upon himself. Nobody asked him. Nobody recruited him. He's not a member of our church, but geese fly by and they land on our property and they do what geese do. And this man walks around our church every day, 7 days a week. And he has a little bag, and he made a little scooper with, I don't even know how he does his stuff, but he just makes the stuff, and he keeps our church yard clean. And so, number one, I want to show great appreciation for those who consistently just make this place what it should be. I certainly want to thank my wife, who is incredible and does things that most of you don't see. Sometimes you'll hear her name, but I have to give honor where honor is due. And she just, it's not because she's my wife, the pastor's wife, why she does this. When she got saved, how old were you, 14? She was 14, 15 years old, and she was at Mount Zion Apostolic in Malton. And it became very clear that she would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. She opened the church, she cleaned the church, she was on the bus picking up kids, then she taught Sunday school, and then she did the wrap-up review after Sunday school, and then she was on the bus to take the kids home, and then she was back for choir practice and back for the evening service and all of that. And nobody asked her to do it, and I don't mind telling the story. Yes, I know she's my wife, and you think I'm just trying to build her up. I'm simply telling you, from the time she was 14, 15 years old, this has been her way of life. So it's not new. It's not because she's my wife. This is what she has had in her heart. And I appreciate that very much. I often think, what... I often wonder what my life would have been like if I had married someone else who didn't have that kind of heart. I often wonder what would have happened if Brother Owen had married someone else and not Sister Charm, who has that same heart. And if she was saying, Owen, don't, he wouldn't be able to do what he does. Women like this are women to be honored. Honored. These are just a couple of examples. I speak of my wife, and I speak of her often because I think it's very important for a husband to honor his wife. I think it's very important for the church to know those who labor among us, and I don't want to take what she does for granted. I don't want to take what Hugo does for granted. I don't want to take what Brother Owen and Brother John, Brother Andrew, Sister Carol, others, our ushering group. I'm here usually about 7:40, on Sunday mornings. Brother Ruel is here. The doors are open, the lights are on, PA is on, everything is set to go. I have no idea what time he gets here, and it's not like he lives across the road. And I know one morning I was here, it was a terrible morning, snow all over. And so he got up at 4 a.m. so he could shovel his neighbor's driveway. This is a widow woman who doesn't have a lot of strength, so he shoveled her driveway, shoveled his driveway, and was here to open the church. And when I came in, I said, "Oh, Brother Ruel, you're here." Big smile on his face, and he was happy to be here. Now, he hasn't preached one message, and I don't have him on the schedule for this year or next year, or he's just not on the schedule. That's not his gift, that's not his calling. But when I come, he's here. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't know how many years it has been. On a Thursday night, do you come? Brother Powell is here to make sure the doors open. It's not a busy night. It's not a night that a lot's going on, but busy or not, he's here. These are things that really say something to me. You don't need an appointment. You don't need to get in the door. You just throw your weed whacker, your shovel, your rake, whatever, a couple of leaf bags in your trunk, and you come. This is not tough stuff, but it has to be done. Well, do you know who does it? Most of us don't know, because we're not here to actually see, and many haven't even asked and wondered, who does this? How does this just take place? And certainly every week, Brother Brian, in spite of his physical condition, not Owen Brian, but Basil Brian, he is here to do what he is able to do. He can't do a lot of physical labor, but he's here doing what he is able to do. And please don't feel bad if I didn't mention your name. The truth is, what I don't even see or remember, God sees. That's really where it's at. Those who gather together and pray, God sees, God hears. There are things that no one else may see. You may be at home, and you're, just because of distance or situation, you're not able to come and join with the prayer groups here, but you make it your business to come before the Lord each and every day to reach out to him in prayer. You may know there's a group that prays for me every day. And once a month they gather in my office and we pray together. Listen, you can't buy that. And I am telling you, I need it. And there are others who are not in that particular group, but you are praying for me, praying for our church, and I don't know, I don't see, but God sees and God knows. And so I do just want to say thank you, and for the names that I have missed, which are many, just understand, you're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for our church. Everything we do is as unto the Lord. And so when he comes, he says, I was sick, I was in prison, I was naked, I was hungry, and you took care of me. And we will say, how, when, where? And he'll say, inasmuch as you have done it unto the least of these, my brethren, you have done it unto me. And so, if you see someone close by you and you know they're really involved heavily and working hard in the work of God, why don't you just say thank you to them right now? Just thank them for what they do. Teachers and ushers and those who are cleaning and those who are engaged, involved in our media ministry and our music ministry and adult ministry. Just thank them. Thank them.